So, do you remember your slope formula?
Y2 minus Y1.
No. Good. So your slope formula, remember slope if you're given a graph, is the same thing as rise over run?
Yes.
We use the lowercase m to represent slope. You maybe have seen in one of your science classes delta y over delta x. What does delta mean?
Change.
Change, right? So your change in y over change of x. And then coordinate-wise, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Why do I have in parentheses that x sub 1 cannot equal x sub 2? So there would be no change in x's, which would mean what? There would be no slope, right? So if you think about it, if I had the same x, if this was a 5 and this was a 5, 5 minus 5 gets you 0. And can you divide anything by 0?
Yeah, it's equals 0.
No, 0 in the numerator is 0. 0 in the denominator is undefined. Can't happen, right? And that's when you get those vertical lines.
Wait, but isn't like 60 divided by 0 0?
No,
Oh,
it's not. The world will blow up if you try to do that.
That's true.
it would blow up.
That's guy
Yeah.
that tried to die.
If we had everyone in the world take a calculator out and do 16 divided by 0 at the same time, the world would blow up. All right, here we go. See, now you guys are making me make this longer. So I could do this in 8 minutes or less. Okay, so my 2 points I have up here are 2, -1, and -5, 3. How do we find the slope? Good. So 3 minus -1, which really would go to a 3 plus 1. -5 minus 2 gets me 4 over -8, which reduces to, or not -8, what am I talking about? -7, which is -4/7. Does not matter where the negative gets attached to. Usually it's best practice just to put the negative in front of the fraction. But it doesn't matter if you attach it to the numerator or the denominator. Okay? Can you find slope of 2 points? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you are left with 0 in the denominator, so if this was something like 2, -1, and 2, 3 as your 2 points, can't happen, right? Your x's can't be the same, because this would get you a slope of 3 minus, so 4 over 0, which is undefined.
That's like the one thing I've ever always remembered, like I'll never forget about
Yeah.
math class.
If your y's are the same, so if it was 2, -1, and -5, -1, then you would have what in your numerator?
-3.
It would be 0 over 7, or -7, which would just be 0. So you can have 0 in the numerator. That would just be a slope of 0, which means our line would be horizontal, right? You cannot have 0 in the denominator. That would be a vertical line. That's undefined. And then anything else would just be a slanted line. Okay? All right, so slope formula, make sure you can do that for your homework. I don't even think we should do this. Can you find the slope of that by putting it into y equals mx plus b?
Yes.
I feel like we just did that. Okay. What would be the slope of the horizontal line y equals 2?
0.
Here you would have a slope of 0. So horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Come on. So your slope would be 0 here. If you only had an x variable in your equation, then our slope would be undefined, right? Okay. Just make sure you can recognize those. If you just have a y and no, if you have a y and an x term, then you're going to have some type of slope. If it's just the y, you have a slope of 0. If it's just the x, you're going to have a slope of undefined. Okay? Do you remember slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines?
Yes.
What's
Yep.
true about the slopes of parallel lines?
That'd be the same.
They have to be the same, right? Because they will never intersect. What's true about the slopes of perpendicular lines?
So
They're reciprocal.
And
Opposite.
opposite in sign. Right, good. All right, so let's get that written down really quickly. So slopes of parallel lines are going to be the same So there's going to be a problem on your homework where you're given 2 points for one line, 2 points for the other line. Find the slope of those 2 points, find the slope of those 2 points. If they are the same, then we will say that those lines are parallel. If they are opposite reciprocals of each other, then we're going to say that the lines are perpendicular. If it's neither the same nor opposite reciprocals, then it's nothing special. They're just two diagonal lines that would intersect at some point in time. Okay? Alright, so let's do one example of this. Here we go. So just like I was saying, line 1 passes through the points negative 2, 1 and 4, 5. Line 2 passes through the points 3, 0 and 0, negative 2. And we decide if they are parallel. So I'm going to do the slope. I'm going to do a subscript of 1 just to talk about that being line 1. Huh? You alright? Okay. So we're going to do what? 5 minus 1 over 4 minus a negative 2, which would be plus 2. So 4 over 6, which reduces to 2/3. And do a subscript of 2 for the slope of line 2, just to keep my thoughts organized. So for here, I'm going to do negative 2 minus 0 over 0 minus 3, which is negative 2 over negative 3, which is really positive 2 over 3. So are they parallel?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, parallel. Okay? If you're asked to find rate of change, what does that mean? Rate of change.
Not just a slope.
It is the slope.
All right.
It's just the slope of a word problem,
Sure.
right? So that's the last thing. Can I erase this?
Go ahead.
All right.
Love this up.
Ooh, I hit past the 8-minute mark. So if you ever are asked to find average rate of change, all it's asking for is find the slope. And usually that will get attached to some type of graph in some type of word problem context. And you just have to count the rise over the run on the graph. Okay? 8 minutes.